Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a high school video. So a lot of you guys had been asking for high school videos and high school advice videos, so I decided to do my first one. If you guys want to see more of these, you can leave it down below. But I wanted to do a video that I think is kind of serious, and I know sometimes my channel can appear very superficial just because I do makeup videos and hair videos and, you know, a lot of stuff based on looks, but I wanted to get serious for a second and just talk about a real problem. So I'm going to talk about bullying, and I know bullying is kind of weird for high schoolers because people kind of have this idea that bullying is just like, I'm not going to talk to Susie or whatever, you know, people think it's elementary school, but it can be something that can be very hard for people to deal with, and it's something that I've actually had to deal with. I have gone through my own series of bullying. Now, if you're somebody who is not in high school yet, I don't want you to worry and think, oh my gosh, I'm gonna hate high school, everyone's gonna bully me. That's not true. But I did want to tell you guys that if you're somebody who is going through bullying or who has gone through bullying, that there are people out there who feel the way that you do. I have experienced bullying at certain times in my life, at different points in my life, and I'm sure some of the people who are mean to me are gonna watch this video, so thanks for the hits. But I want people to understand that bullying goes deeper than just saying that someone's not gonna hang out with you. Bullying in high school can be hard because people can be incredibly vicious and pretend like nothing happened. You know, in high school, I think people think of bullying as on the TV screens where somebody kicks somebody for somebody's lunch money, and sadly it's not that way anymore. And I know that's weird to say that that I'm sad that it's not that way, but the reason I'm sad is because words can hurt so much more than someone kicking you and taking your lunch money. Someone starting a rumor about you or not wanting to hang out with you or harassing you is worse than someone just taking $5 from you. I had people who were so mean to me and said so many mean things about me, about doing YouTube. I still have mean people who talk about my YouTube channel. Going through bullying as a child, dealing with depression as a child, and then growing up and then getting bullied again and getting depressed again, it was a cycle for me. And bullying tactics come in so many different forms. You can get cyberbullied, which I know people think doesn't exist, but it does. You can get bullied through text message. You can get bullied in person. You can get bullied because people are choosing not to hang out with you or they're starting rumors about you. There's so many different things that can happen to you. You're not alone, and what these people are doing is not okay. My number one thing is tell somebody. Absolutely tell a parent, tell a teacher, tell a principal, tell somebody, because they can help you. They can help you get you out of your situation. The people that did all of these things to me, that harassed me, that said these things about me, that still say things about me, are not in my life anymore, thankfully. And I know that's hard for a lot of people because you can't escape it. And that's the problem that people have with bullying, is that they can't escape what people say, whether it's online or in person. And you need to do what's best for you. Whether that's trying to avoid them altogether, deleting a Facebook account, whatever it is, do what you can. Again, tell a teacher, tell a student, tell somebody, tell anybody that can get you help. But in the moment, I remember feeling so alone and sad, and I felt so bad about myself. This is right when I started my YouTube channel, actually, when I just started it. And I would say, you know, get involved in something that you love. Do something that you love. This, for me, was a huge outlet to doing what I loved. But people are so vicious, and I feel so sorry for anybody who has to go through anything like that. Because just the way it makes you feel. I think, for me, the one thing that really came out of my experience of people doing this stuff to me was a better relationship with Jesus. I definitely relied a lot more on him, and I know that's going to be something a lot of people find really cheesy, but reading my Bible and doing a devotion and doing what I could at the time really helped It really did. And some of the people who actually said and did these terrible things to me have since apologized, which is quite funny. So it does, you might get that apology in the end, but if you don't end up getting an apology, forgive them. Whether or not they ask for forgiveness, forgive them, and that's really hard to do, but forgive them for your own sake, because if we don't offer forgiveness, if we don't forgive them, it becomes like an anchor. Like, you are always mad, and I used to be really upset inside. I used to get really upset and feel really lonely sometimes, and I would just hold on to that, and I'd be like, I am so mad at what they did to me. I am so upset. And yeah, you know, have a day or two where you're just mad and you're upset that people would do something like this to you. You are allowed to feel that way, and people can't take that away from you, but don't let that become your existence. So I'm not saying don't feel your emotions, but forgive them at some point, because you will hold on to it forever. Unfollow them on social media. Don't talk to them. Don't say anything. If somebody texts you and you don't want to write back, don't write back. When you forgive somebody, that gives you an element of liberation. You are no longer a slave to what somebody has done to you or how angry you feel. When you just forgive people and say, I was not wrong, I'm still not wrong, but I can live my life. I can be a good person regardless of what people have done to me. It gives you freedom. And, you know, again, it's a lot easier said than done, but it took me a long time to forgive these people before they even approached me for forgiveness. But you deserve a good life. No matter what somebody has put you through or what somebody has said about you, you still deserve a good life, and you can't let somebody like that take a good life away from you. Hopelessness is the worst feeling in the whole entire world. Feeling like there's no hope is the worst thing, but there is always hope. You are never alone, and your story is never over. There is always more to be done, to see, to live, to hear. There is always more, and your story is not over, just like my story is not over, like his story, like her story, whoever's story, it's not over. You may feel like right now that nothing is gonna get better and nobody's ever gonna like you and people are so mean, and they are, but that doesn't mean that it won't ever get better, because it will. Like I said, I don't really have too much I can say about what to do. I mean, try your best to get away from them. I know that's really hard. For me, a big part of that was isolating myself away from those people. Again, when they're harassing you all the time, it's hard to get away. But just try your best. Again, tell somebody, please do. There's hotlines to talk to people if you need some help with that. I'll leave any resources down below that I can for you guys. But, you know, again, like I said, a lot of this came out of reliance on my family and on my faith. It can be rough some days. It can really be rough, but you deserve a good life. So those were like my little tidbits and my little experience. I didn't go into too much detail, but if you guys want to hear more about stuff, you can always ask questions. You can always request videos. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here later.